talk about Indian fashion designers, we always talk about the designers who have already marked their territory in this fashion industry, ignoring all such fine and super talented fashion designers behind the curtain. So today we are featuring one such fashion designer from India who is marking his own territory in this fashion industry through his amazing designing skills and the most commercial brand called Surendri. So starting with, tell me something about yourself.
Something about myself or about the brand?
First about yourself.
Okay, so I'm 30 years old. I just turned 30 this year, and I started my journey in the field of design by signing up at NIFT New Delhi. That was back in 2005. And then I graduated out of NIFT Delhi, and then I joined the National Institute of Design. So I'm design art oriented type person. Yeah.
What inspired you to become a fashion designer?
Nobody really inspired me to become a designer. Basically, I was always drawn towards things where I could do something by my hands, right? So like I would love to do origami, or I would love to paint, or I would love to just take scissors
so
or
from
cut.
The very starting point,
So I was interested in creating, from the beginning. So when I was in class 12, I remember I had science as my main subject. And I didn't want to become a doctor or an engineer, but I had both mathematics and biology, and I was like, what do I do? So then somebody mentioned that you could go into the field of design, and so that's how it happened. And then I fill in entrance exam in NIFT Delhi.
Yeah. But then obviously that somebody told you.
Yeah, somebody told me. I had no idea if I
you yourself didn't realize that you have this hand in drawing and painting.
No, because in school we were always told to either become an engineer or a doctor, right? We didn't have any other option. And in 12th, when I actually found out that I could do something in arts or I could become a designer, that was very liberating, and I was like, this is what I want to do.
So Yogesh, how you got started with your professional career?
I never got to know when it started, right? So what happened, I was in National Institute of Design, Ahmedabad, and we applied for this competition called World of Wearable Art, which is in New Zealand. So this was in 2010. So we won that competition. I was participating with my friend Manas. So we both together won that. We were the first Asians to win it at that time. So we won that competition, and after that we came back. And then I applied for Gen Next program. So I applied once, I didn't get through. Then I applied again in 2012. So I got into Gen Next 2012 at Acne Fashion Week. And while I was in college, I got selected for Gen Next, and that's how I got into
your professional career.
Design. My first run.
That was your first break, right?
Yeah. On a serious runway, that was my first.
So that means you have never interned with anybody or some kind of job?
No, I didn't.
Straight away, got your break. It's amazing.
Yeah, I did not. I interned in Ludhiana, in Tirupur during my NIFT days, because I was a knitwear designer, so I've done some internships, but not in design.
Not in design.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So your hobbies apart from designing and fabricating?
Most of the things, since I'm in this career, now I'm also an entrepreneur, I'm trying to create things, we do things like interiors, so we do a lot of things hands-on. So since I've chosen this as my profession, so a lot of things that were my hobbies, are part of what I do now. Other than this, I enjoy cooking a lot. I find that very helpful. Yeah. So after a long stressful day, I just go back and cook something. That I think is something that I really look forward to.
Supposedly for your wife.
For me, she doesn't eat.
Oh.
It's mostly for me. She eats, she would just taste it. Yeah, she's not a foodie like I am. but like it mostly, for me and my family, I think for everyone who I try to experiment with things, right? So that kind of.
It's like a stress buster.
Yeah, it's a stress buster. Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. So let's talk something about you now.
Yes.
How you start your day?
I get up at 8:30 in the morning. That's the time I get up. I don't get up early. My day starts at 9 o'clock when I reach factory. So my factory is right behind my house. So I don't have to take a shower to really go there. I can just walk in there and like see what's happening and then plan my day, and then I get ready by 11 and do all my meetings, and then I come to the store to see how the PM is and if I'm needed here, if there are any appointments here with some clients. So I come here for some time, and then I have my lunch, and then I spend most of the time in the office seeing what the workers are doing. If we are working on the new collection, then developing samples for that, calling vendors, coordinating couriers, sending stuff to celebrities, to magazines. So that's what I do in the second half, and then at 6 I'm in my house ready to meet my wife when she comes back from work.
So Yogesh, tell me, what was your inspiration for your very first collection?
The first collection that I showcased at Lakme in Chennai was inspired from lines. It's called In a Box. So we did very basic silhouettes, and I used prints and just lines. So what we played with was just lines.
Okay.
So like when we study design, like the first few elements of design that you study are like dot, line, and then shape, and form. So I started with let's just start with basics. So we just played with lines.
So you kept it basic and you played with the lines, and
With
you
just lines.
created a whole complete collection out of it.
Prints and the silhouettes and the embroideries. I remember we did a sari also at the end.
Okay, so what?
Everything was inspired from lines.
That's great, yeah. I mean, a line does so much for you.
Yeah.
So tell me about this collection.
See, here we have a mix of pieces. We have our Indian wear. We also have our famous Pac-Man, and so basically in the store we sell everything. Whatever, we don't believe in seasons. That's why we have an inverted runway. We love the runway with this. So we don't follow it very strictly at the store. Most of the pieces that we create, this piece, like I showed, we did this back in 2012, but we still sell it. So it's still a hot sell. So that's what this is made out of fabric.
Wow.
And we have embroidered it.
This dress is so pretty.
Thank you. Yeah, so you have all
I should say your entire collection is very pretty.
Thank you. So we have Indian wear here, we have Western wear there, unique again in makeup.
So, Yogesh, what's your take on trends? Like, you follow them, you do not follow them, or both?
No, I do follow trends myself personally, but like for the brand Surendri, no, we don't follow trends as such. I don't really, while I'm creating something new, I don't try to follow something that is already happening. But yes, like I like trends, and I think trends is like, one of the key elements of that.
Yeah, so like, so for yourself, you follow trends, but when it comes to your brand, Surendri, you do not follow trends.
We don't follow trends. We just try to create something more statement and more unique and hope that it will become trend.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, according to you, what is going to be the biggest trend of 2017?
2017? I think Trump is already trending.
That's apart from that.
Fashion-wise, I think minimalistic is here to stay and it's not going anywhere. So, yeah. Everything you need.
That one trend you just can't stand.
Crop tops with everything.
Okay. That would be great. So, is there any fashion designer, fashion stylist you follow, personally or professionally both?
Yes, I do. Professionally, I don't, but because what we are trying to do here is not really.
It is something you create, like it's your thing.
Yeah, it's my thing, and also like I don't try to because what we do is very basic. Like we try to create clothing for women. So we don't try to make it too fashion forward. So like there are two types of there are two sides to it, right? Like one is that John Galliano, the creative side of it, and then there is that commercial side.
Yeah.
So Surendri very much is a commercial brand. So whenever we are designing a very commercial product. It might not be very fashion forward, but it will definitely be commercial. Yeah, so that's the DNA of the brand. So that's what we follow. But I do like a lot of designers that are doing great work in India. I like Amit Agarwal. I think he's doing quite well for himself. I like Shweta Kapoor. I like these younger people more. And in terms of seniors, I like what Ritu Kumar has done with the brand, and I would love to do that with Surendri one day if I get the opportunity. I like what I like Chanel, like from the beginnings, what she did in fashion. So that is definitely my favorite. Yeah, and Balenciaga. So I like designers from that time, and what these new designers are doing with their legacy is something to look at. So I think Balenciaga is one of my favorites. Brands.
Yogesh, since you're born and brought up in Delhi only, how the city inspires you?
Actually, my brand's name is inspired by my mother's name, which is Surendri. Yeah. So not really the city, but the cities outside the city. Where my mother comes from, or where my nanny comes from. Those villages definitely inspire people, because Gurgaon has become so modern now, and so is Delhi. You don't really see the culture here that was before 10 15 years back. So if you really want to see that culture, that life, you have to travel a little far from these cities, which is not too far, just 2 hours away. So you will see that life. So yeah, I think cities around these cities inspire the women, the way they dress. There's a lot of inspiration everywhere.
So your clientele, it's from Delhi, outside.
They're from Delhi, they're from Gurgaon. We have people buying our clothes, stay up abroad. So whenever they're visiting India, they come here, they buy. We sell online, so they have access to our online store. So we have customers worldwide.
No, when we talk about Delhi, what I personally believe that Delhi people are very fuzzy about it. They want some drama into their outfits or something like that. So far, have you experienced some type of
See, not really. We have a Surendri woman in mind, and we design for that woman, and people who relate with that type of clothing come here and buy the clothes. So we don't really cater to a Delhi woman or we cater to a local clientele who is very well traveled, who knows the difference between real channel and modern channel, who knows the difference between machine embroidery and hand embroidery. So these are educated people that come and buy the clothing. So we are designing for them. Yeah. So I don't really see the difference.
Because I think this is great in all the senses that obviously Delhi, Gurgaon, what is the difference? Because obviously your brand is like commercial and it's relatable to so many women out there. So this is something really great.
So we keep one woman in mind and we design for them from the beginning. And we are glad that it resonates with a lot of women.
Tell me something about your style statement.
My style statement is being very simple and classic.
Simple and classic, minimalistic.
Not minimalistic, but simple.
Simple.
Yeah.
Okay, so according to you, what are the wardrobe essentials?
For men or for women?
For both.
Good shoes. I think shoes, yeah. Good shoes, basic, a good white shirt, black dress, trouser. For men, it could be like a black and white kurta pajama, good shoes and a watch. Yeah.
I like how you dressed today. So, Yogesh, how do you balance your work life and your personal life? Because there are days when you are preparing for some fashion show, or the days when you're traveling. How do you manage?
Yeah, but like we both have our schedules. She's also a working person, so she has her own job and she's busy with that, and I'm busy with my work. So every day we have certain number of hours that we spend our time doing our work, and then 6 o'clock onwards, when she's home and I'm home, we're together. So so you really need to divide your work hours, schedule,
The time management.
Time management, and also you need to show your schedules to each other very often, so that you can plan which day you want to go to the movie or any holiday that you want to take. So you have to plan it together.
So no clashes.
There are, but we can pass by. Nothing major. Like if she's not available, then I can go to a party alone, or if she's there, then we can both go together. If I'm busy, then she's on her own and she can do things on her own. Yeah. So on daily basis, we have work hours and then we have personal hours. So that's how we do it.
So love marriage.
No, it's an arranged marriage.
It's an arranged marriage.
Yes, but
and with that also you have this much understanding. It's pretty much nice.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me something about your work ethic. I mean, what is the thing that drives you to get better every day?
To get the costs down, I think whatever we design, it's very easy to design something and then sell it at whatever price you want to. But it's very difficult to design something which is also very price conscious, and you can produce it, in a good quantity, and the artisan who is making it is also making some money, and then you're also making some money, and the client who is buying it also is not feeling cheated, is feeling okay spending that much money to buy an outfit. So when it is a win-win for all three, I think that's what I try to achieve.
So means तीनों के बीच में equal transparency रहती है.
Yeah.
How much you are earning, or how much your client is spending. It's like a win-win situation for everybody.
It's not transparent, but I try to achieve that, wherein say if you're doing an outfit for a Raksha Bandhan occasion, so it should be as such that more women should be able to buy it and wear it and use the outfit for that purpose, and in the meanwhile, it should also be sustainable for us to do it. Yeah, so main focus is to make anything that we do commercial and sustainable.
What I should say, cheap and best.
Not cheap and best. It should be design and best.
Design and best.
Yes.
Let's suppose if given a choice to design for Bollywood movies or for a runway fashion show, what would you choose? Why?
See, I've done many runway shows, so I would love to choose Bollywood movies. Yeah, but not maybe a nice period film. I would love to design. Yeah, because I've not done something like that, so I think it will be exciting.
Well, just for just to switch.
Just to explore how the medium works, because you get to learn so much when you work with different people. And movie is a big collaboration, really. So I think when you collaborate, you learn a lot from each other. Yeah. So I think I will choose a movie.
Okay. So any celebrity for whom you would like to design?
There are many celebrities I would like to design. One person that I would really like to design is Anushka Sharma. the stylist. Yes.
And why would you?
I think she is very stylish. I've really admired her. Like, she plays, and she's very gorgeous looking woman. So I would love to dress her and maybe dress her for her concert while she's playing. I think that's really nice. Yeah.
So how do you feel when your clients appreciate you and your work?
When they appreciate it, I think it's the best feeling ever. Because most of the time they're so busy doing things that give you headache, right? You're coordinating vendors, figuring out payments, salaries. So there's a lot of things that give when you're an entrepreneur. There are many things that give you stress. Yeah, there are many things that give you stress or like takes a lot out of you. But when a customer says that they are happy with they really like the outfits, I think that is the most satisfying thing that one can hear. So I think it is the best compliment ever. Client likes what we do, and that's what we thrive for. So we hear more of it.
Get better each and every
Yes.
day,
Yeah.
So far, is there any proudest moment? Like any proudest moment?
There is this one. So when we were in New Zealand in 2010, so it was September 2010, and we were there for World of Wearable Arts in Wellington. So the moment we landed, everybody was asking us about Commonwealth Games that was happening in India at that time. So they were like, "Oh, you cancelled this, and the bridge collapsed." And New Zealand is a sports country. They love their sports. And they were really upset about the Dengue happening, and half of the New Zealand and Australian athletes were missing and they were not attending Commonwealth at that time. So we won, and so every day in the front page of the newspaper they would talk about Olympics. So they will talk about Commonwealth Games and what is going on wrong with it. We had shit pots on the front page of the newspapers, and the day we won, we were on the front page. So I think that was the proudest moment that we could change the content of the front page for a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great, yeah. Everybody news ne and you just change the content.
Yeah. For one day at least. So I think that is something I'm really proud of. So one serious advice that I would like to give all the people who aspire to become designers is to first really study and gain experience and work with various designers that they aspire to be. Really understand what it takes to become one, and then venture into it. I see many young people they graduate and they make a collection and they start selling, which necessarily turn into a sustainable business, and then they get disheartened. Yeah, so I think it's best to study and then take your time, spend some years, this fraternity, work with people, and then